Most people wait for announcement to understand power. They wait for speeches. They wait for summits. They wait for someone to say, this is what's happening now. But real power doesn't work that way. Real power moves before it speaks. Right now in West Africa, something important is happening, and it's not being announced. There are no dramatic headlines, no emergency meetings broadcast on television, no declaration of alliance. Instead, there is movement. Trucking routes quietly being coordinated. Transportation corridors reopen. Communications happening behind the scenes, and tensions that were expected to rise calming instead. If you have been following the shorts, this video connect the dots. What I want to do today is to slow this down, explain what actually happening while Ghana keep appearing at the center of it, and why this movement matters more than most people realize. Let's start with logistics, because logistics doesn't lie. Government can posture publicly and still cooperate privately. They can argue in front of cameras and still trade behind closed doors. But logistics are different. You don't align trucking standard. You don't reopen corridors. You don't normalize transportation routes unless trust already exists. Logistic coordinations tell you three things. First, escalation is off the table. No one prepares supply chains if conflict is imminent. Second, stability is being guaranteed. Someone has provided assurance quietly. Third, someone is managing the room. That's why logistics always move before politics. Politics comes later to explain what already changed. If you want to understand where power is shifting, stop listening to speeches and start watching movements. When Burkina Faso began stabilizing internally, many observers expect the same pattern they have seen. Isolations, pressure, restrictions of movement. That's the playbook people are used to. But that's not what's happening. Instead, we saw something quieter and more revealing. Transportation normalization, corridors reopening, logistic coordination continued instead of breaking down. And that alone tells you a lot. Excuse me. And when you look closely at where communication kept flowing, where friction didn't escalate, and where stability was quietly preserved, only one country keep appearing, and that's Ghana. Not loudly, not ideologically, but functionally. Ghana occupied a rare position in West Africa. It is trusted by governments that don't trust each other. It is respected by revolutionary states and conservative states alike. It maintained credibility with international institutions without being seen as an enforcer. That combination is extremely rare. And that trust give Ghana leverage, not to dominate, but to stabilize. We have seen this pattern before. During an aviation tension that suddenly cooled, during diplomatic incident that never turned into crisis, during security flashpoints that disappear from the headlines without explanation. When situation calmed down quietly, Ghana is often somewhere in the background, not issuing statements, not claiming credit, but making calls. That's how real power operates. Power brokers don't win argument. They don't prevent, they prevent breakdowns. This isn't random and it isn't suddenly. It happened because the old regional balance is under strain. Institutions move slowly. Reality doesn't. Former bloc debates, trade securities, and logistics cannot afford excuse me, to be delayed. What we're witnessing is not rebellion, it's reconfigurations. States are prioritizing stability over signaling, functions over ideologically, control over permission. When that happens, power shifts away from announcement and towards coordination. Coordination doesn't need headlines to be effective. If this way of breaking things down makes sense to you, follow the channel. This is how we understand power before it's official. Most common commentary today, right now, keeps asking the same question. Who is joining what? That's the wrong question. The real question is, who keeps showing up when things need to be stabilized? Power brokers don't announce themselves. They don't hold press conferences. They create conditions where escalation never happens. Once you understand that, a lot of recent events stop looking confusing. They start looking managed. This isn't about predicting headlines. It's about reading behavior. Watch logistics. Watch coordinations. Watch who keep the room calm. Because when power finally gets announced, it's usually been operating quietly for a long time already. Follow if you want to keep understanding these shifts, as they don't happen, not after they are explained away.